Blair doesn't care about anybody but Blair.
Well, what else is new?
She cannot stand the fact that Ian is attracted to me. So naturally, she has to prove that she can wrap him around her little finger. That's what she said. And Max Holden turned it into a joke. The takeover of Ian. Like he's a piece of real estate.
Expensive real estate.
What was Blair doing with Max Holden?
They both want Ian's money. And they don't care who gets hurt in the process. Me, you, Ian. As long as Blair gets what she wants, she's happy. She's a snake.
Okay. What exactly does Blair want?
I told you, Ian's money. And she is pretending to act like she's helping him get what he wants. But he's swallowing her bowl. He thinks that she's doing business with him, but he's getting the business.
Well, this is fascinating.
What is Blair using to bait her hook?
The sun! And she has figured out a way that Ian can steal it right from under you.
So, what'd your mother do this time?
What do you mean?
Well, you're down, and these days that usually means your mother.
No, not this time, no. Not directly. Today is Andrew and my wedding anniversary.
Oh. Andrew was my second guess.
I really botched that marriage.
Yeah. All by yourself, right?
Probably. Yes. You know why?
Yes. Because Andrew is not me.
Because I'm not the woman Andrew thought he married. I'm not the woman I thought he married.
So who are you?
I'm the little girl whose mother was afraid to keep her because she might hurt me.
Here we go back to Dorian.
No wonder I have a hard time believing I'm lovable. You know, it's just I can't trust love. I mean, I probably can't even recognize it, let alone give it to anyone else consistently. Hey, you know, no surprise. Like mother, like daughter.
You just love this, don't you?
Dorian, will you get off it? Please? Things are bad enough for Mel as it is.
If he landed in your bed, yes.
Hey, he had a hell of a night.
It's going to get a lot worse.
Oh, no, 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 no. This is the last thing he needs.
I know what Mel needs.
Really? Well, maybe he hasn't been getting it then. Which might possibly explain why he went on a bender, stole an egg truck, and crashed it.
An egg truck?
An egg truck, yes. Thank God Dorothy had the sense to take his own keys away from him.
Was he hurt?
No, he was not hurt, thank God, nor was anyone else. But he was arrested, got taken to jail, from where he called me to bail him out, which I did.
And you brought him here?
To sober up, Dorian. Sober up. But he reeked of gin and raw eggs. I sent him upstairs to take a shower, and he passed out on the bed.
And of course, you chose the most provocative way to tell me.
Oh, you want to know something? I wasn't going to call you at all, because the last thing I need, or he needs, is you making a beeline over here. He is in no shape for this.
I am not of this, and you don't know anything about it.
Yes, I do.
Why? What has he told you?
Oh, come on. I was at Star's party. You became totally unglued. He tried to help you, and what did you do? You turned on him.
So what are you implying? That I'm responsible for his drinking?
I do not think that either one of you seem to to be able to help the other.
Well, fancy meeting you here. So why didn't you call me?
Oh, I just wanted to give my boss the chance of firing me on the spot. Lo and behold, she sprang for my bail, fed me, brought me here.
You look awful.
Yeah, well, it's better than stale gin and rotten eggs. Hi.
Are we starting from the beginning?
Oh, I wish.
I'm afraid that anything I say to you is going to be wrong. That's the way things have been going between us lately.
You said you wanted me to leave you alone? That's what I tried to do. I just, chose the wrong way of coping with the situation.
That's what I've become? A situation?
You want this to be all my fault. You know what? It probably is.
How noble.
In the brief, volatile history of our relationship, do you realize how many times you saved me from myself? I just wanted to return the favor, but obviously I wasn't capable of it.
No, you're making it too easy on yourself. You dragged me into this mess. And then when you got me to the point where I was finally ready to admit that I needed you, you quit on me.
No, correction. You told me you wanted me to leave you alone, and I did the best I could.
Is that what you call this? Your best?
It's what there is.
So are we gonna have another argument?
Oh, please, no. I've got a splitting headache.
Why don't you, ask Vicky to get you an aspirin? Or she'd be happy to get you a vitamin C, I'm sure. She does seem ready, willing, and able to help a drunk cope with the after effects of a binge, which, by the way, she's blaming me for.
No. No, she's not.
Yes, she is. And of course, you're taking her side.
There are no sides.
Then what are you doing in her bedroom instead of mine?
Dorian, you can't kick me out and then say I'm abandoning you.
So you have abandoned me.
No! Damn it! I failed you, and I don't settle well with failure. I don't like facing the ugly side of myself either, the selfish bastard who wants what he wants, whether it's a gin martini or the woman he loves to face up to her past so she can give me more of herself.
Wait, I gave you everything that I had until you decided that me wasn't enough for you. I tried to tell you over and over and over again that I didn't need to go back there.
Now you're stuck. And I'm stuck with you. I was certain I could help us through this thing.
So now you're going to play your ultimate trump card. If I don't go into therapy or go to Canton and confront Miss Stonecliffe, you are going to walk away from me. Worse yet, you're going to start drinking again. That's your ultimatum, isn't it? Or are you just threatening me?
Cassie, you did not learn everything that you know about love from your mother.
What everything I know?
You should see yourself. When you look at River, you're not faking that.
that's different.
No, it's not.
Kevin, I faked it with Andrew. And sometimes I wonder if I...
You're not.
You're incredible. Don't you ever get scared about us?
Sometimes. Everybody gets scared, though, you know. I messed up with Leanne, but that was because I wasn't ready for marriage or fatherhood. But I learned a lot. And I've grown, I think. And because of Leanne, now, I was ready when you finally came around.
Thank you, Leanne.
Well, sometimes I'm grateful to Andrew for the same thing. Seriously.
So that's what Andrew was. A learning experience?
Maybe you just had to go there to realize that you wanted to be someplace else. It's all part of a big process. You learn and you move on.
Is that what we are? Just part of some process? And is it forever, Kevin? I mean, I thought it was with Andrew. And I remember wanting that marriage more than anything until one day I just didn't. Is that gonna happen to us? Can you guarantee that it won't?
I don't need a guarantee.
What am I doing to you?
That's it? Blair's after the son? I already knew that.
I happened to be on the docks tonight, and I saw some key Sun personnel leaving Ian's yacht. Do you know what went on at that meeting?
Well, I can tell you that Max and Blair were congratulating themselves about it.
About what? Making Ian look like a fool?
Ian isn't a fool.
Oh, think again. You see, I paid a little unexpected visit to your boyfriend, and Blair was giving him mouth to mouth. Or maybe it was a kiss. Hard to tell.
I know about that, Blair. Explain that to Max, but look, I don't know Ian's side of the story, okay? I don't know, maybe I jumped the gun.
Oh, sure, yeah, and it probably is strictly business. It's just a new way I don't know about how to seal a contract.
Todd, you don't know Ian like I do.
Yeah, or Blair does by now.
Look, obviously, Blair is pulling out all the stops, but anyone can see Ian is crazy about you.
I don't worry about Ian, I worry about Blair. Every time I look around, she's draping herself all over him. She doesn't fight fair.
Of course not. Otherwise, she wouldn't stand a chance.
You know, Ian keeps telling me he's on to her, but I don't see him doing anything to stop her.
Men think they can handle women like Blair. We know different.
Blair is using the sun to trap him. Why can't he see that?
You'll help him see it. Stop her in her tracks. How? Keep her from delivering on her promise. Then Ian will have no reason to continue this business charade. Bye-bye, Blair.
Okay. I'll tell you what went on at that meeting. Apparently, Ian has offered everyone a 10% raise plus a profit-sharing plan if they leave the Sun and join forces with him and Blair.
So that's it.
For those incentives, I'd leave.
Blair said that they could start a new paper or they just buy the Sun, what's left of it.
Well, who was at this meeting? Was Briggs there?
I don't know who Briggs is. But the way Blair was acting, she was quite confident that most of your people will take them up on their offer. She was very smug, and I bet this isn't even her plan. This more sounds like Max Holden. But I'm sure she's taking credit for it for Ian's sake.
Well, if so, she'll have to take the blame for it when it fails.
I got work to do.
Don't worry. We will keep Blair from digging her claws any deeper into Ian or the son. It's good you came.
Well, I had to do something.
You're doing this for Ian. You're saving him, really, okay?
And I'm glad you understand.
I do, believe me. Good night.
No, please, do not break any furniture!
Greedy, money-grubbing drones! Fine, they deserve Blair. I'll take her heart and I'll throw it to all of them. I'll tear it into little pieces and stick it down her throat. Oh, she knows what this paper means to me, and she's gonna use it to break me. I'll break her! I'll squash her! I'll bloody her! Blair has declared war. And when it's over and I've won, she will be dead.
Let me see if I have this right. It's not about the work. It's about Rachel.
I think that would be fair to say.
So it's the mother side of Nora that is working for RJ and Company.
The company part is Jakara and Rachel. And the mother and the lawyer happen to be the same person.
Yes, and you see, I have the same problem. See, the cop side of me is convinced that RJ Gannon was involved in the kidnapping of the Holden kids and the death of the Holden kids. But the husband side of me, now he has to deal with his wife and his stepdaughter wanting to work for this guy, a guy who is a very dangerous criminal, I think. Now, what am I supposed to do? Am I supposed to give you my blessing?
No, but you don't have to take it so darn personally.
Personally? Did you take the bike personally? Did you see that as like a, a death wish or some kind of a threat to our married life? I think RJ is worse. You see, you're making it impossible for me to protect you right now, honey. There's no helmet law involved in this kind of thing. And I need you too much to let anything bad happen to you. Do you have any idea how much I love you?
Yes.
Enough to forget about working these contract things with RJ?
No.
No. There's no ultimatum, no threats, no nothing. I'm through. You do whatever you need to do or not. I can't help you anymore.
That's it.
No. No. It's been coming for a long time. You know that.
I don't want to have this conversation in Vicky's bedroom. What do you say? We walk out of here arm in arm. We go back to my place or your place, I don't care where. And we close the door on the rest of the world. And we try to rediscover what it was we had before we began this useless journey into self-exploration. Honey, you want to explore? I will be anything that you want me to be.
Yeah. Except be honest with yourself.
Oh, I'm as honest as I need to be.
But you're not as honest as I need you to be. And I'm not as honest as you need me to be. I'm the one that's been going on and on about how it's going to be all right.
It is gonna be.
No. No. This is not all right. I don't think we're going to be able to help each other, so just admit it.
We're not going to be able to help each other. I think somebody else is putting words in your mouth.
Well, maybe those are words I should have found myself, Dorian. I think we need to spend time apart.
So you are leaving me.
No, I'm not going to leave you. There is no one else. I just can't do this anymore.
You can't love me?
No. I can't keep trying to save you. You're going to have to do this alone.
I have done just about everything in my life alone. I learned from the time I was a little girl that I couldn't depend on anyone. And it made me strong.
I know.
Whereas you, my dear, dive into a bottle every time life isn't going the way you want it to.
That's right.
And I see this game you're playing. You're bluffing. What? If I don't rip open my guts and allow you and anybody else to dip your fingers into it, you're gonna walk away from me, is that it?
No.
Oh! You mean it's more Machiavellian than that?
No. It's much simpler than that. I want you to be whole. I want you to be free of pain. I want you to be well. Because I love you.
It's funny because the first time you said that to me, I believed you. But now I see that it is the ultimate manipulation.
Oh, man. That's what you really think, then you're way beyond my reach.
Is Mel all right?
Mel is just dandy. Why wouldn't he be? He's had all your tender, manipulative care. You finally got him where you always wanted him. Yes, he's upstairs in your bedroom, wallowing in your enabling pity.
Look, there's nobody in the library if you...
And you damn well better not try to pity me.
Heaven forbid.
You know, it's ironic, isn't it? Whenever my life comes tumbling down around me, you somehow are always there. It's a kick, isn't it? I lose the best thing I've ever had. And it happens in your bedroom.
What you do to me is pretty wonderful. Most of the time. Especially compared to how you beat yourself up.
Gee. You know, when you're abandoned by your mother as a baby, self-esteem can be a problem, huh?
You know, it's okay to get angry. Your mother took the easy way out. She abandoned you. If she dealt with these problems back then you might have a mother now.
Well, she's doing it again, guys. She doesn't want to dredge up the past to protect us. I need the truth.
So next time your mother makes a demand on you, you make a demand on her. Now, can we please just forget about Dorian and Andrew for a little while. Break out your laptop. I'm gonna make love to you. Oh, how soon they forget. You remember? At the beginning of our relationship, we used to be able to get it on without even touching.
Dr. Doherty land you university scandal? You want me to work with you?
Actually, I just want you. Check this out. I was able to get a copy of Doherty's high school yearbook. He was voted most likely to succeed Hugh Hefner.
Uh-huh. Those jokes can come back to haunt you.
Oh, yeah? Well, if that's somebody in bunny ears and a cottontail, I know that I'm right and they got the house bug. Yes?
Is Cassie home?
She's busy.
I have to see her.
Can't this wait till morning?
I need to see my daughter.
Mother.
Would you please ask him to leave us alone?
You don't make demands in this house.
Kevin, something's obviously wrong.
Something is always wrong.
Please. I can handle this, I promise. What is it, Mother?
Oh, please. You sound so impatient. Of course, why not? You have your own life. You don't want to be bothered with me.
Mother, that's not true.
I don't even know why I came here, frankly. I just couldn't think of anything else to do, and I didn't want to be alone.
Okay, you're not alone.
Yes, I am. Mel's left me.
I said one thing, Dorian heard another.
She believes you've ended the relationship.
No, all I ended was my deluded attempt to become her savior. Last night's events proved I wasn't up to it.
Well, I don't agree with that. Besides, maybe Dorian doesn't want a champion. Maybe an extraordinary man is quite good enough for her.
Well, the extraordinary men in my family skipped a generation. My father, my sons, yes.
Have you noticed that your humility is in direct proportion to your hangovers?
Ah, maybe that's the problem. Not enough hangovers lately.
I made a mess of it. I hurt her badly.
Yes. Yes, you did. But I dare say she probably set you up. And I say that because I did the same thing under similar circumstances.
So you said. Was that deliberate, a conscious thing?
Oh, no, I don't think so. I think I was clearing a path for a journey I had to make.
A journey that you had to make yourself.
It's awful hard to watch the people we love suffer. But I had to enter the fiery furnace alone. And I think maybe Dorian just needs to do the same thing.
What if she doesn't come out the other side?
Then you will probably lose her. On the other hand, if she doesn't risk it, you'll probably lose her anyway.
Then I have no choice.
I wonder. I wonder. Do we even get to choose whom we love? Or is it all part of some strange plan that we can't even begin to understand? No, Todd.
Fine, forget it, forget it. And you know, I don't want her dead. If she's dead, I won't have the pleasure of hearing her scream. Fine, this is the first thing I do. I figure I went to that meeting and I fire all of them.
Oh, that's a good idea. Send them straight to Ian and Blair.
Briggs wasn't there. I know he wasn't there. Okay, some of the department heads that were stupid enough to go, but they can't all walk out on me.
Why not? You've practically invited them to hate you. Why would they feel any loyalty whatsoever?
Because I pay them every Friday.
Money isn't enough.
Oh, apparently not. You walk out on me on a regular basis.
When it comes to interpersonal communication, you have all the tact of a sledgehammer.
Hey.
Hey, there's an art
to manage.
Oh, give me some credit. Don't you see? There's a reason that I manage the way I manage.
You're a sadist?
Well, no. Those little workers, they need a common enemy to unite them. I'm it.
Congratulations.
Fine. It's time for Plan B. I'm going to chain them all to their desks.
There's only one thing that might keep them from deserting you in droves.
Fine. You say loyalty. I'll throw up on your shoes.
Money.
You said money wasn't enough.
You'll have to up the ante until it is. Because that's all you have to offer.
Me to reward them for their treachery? You know, if I had known that it would cost me this much, I might actually have tried to be nice to them.
Oh, I seriously doubt that.
Fine. I'll give them what they want. I'll give them what Blair and Ian will give them. I'll give them the 10% and I'll give them the profit sharing. I can't give them the profit sharing. It means they'll have some say in what I do with my newspaper.
It was in their offer, which you not only have to match, you have to beat by a mile.
It's inflationary, and Blair knew that. That bleeding heart liberal. God, she always wanted to coddle the employee and care for them, and oh, this is gonna cost me. Boy, she's gonna pay.
Yeah, but first you have to pay, and pay generously.
I run a newspaper. It is not a charity.
Well, you won't have any newspaper left. Look, don't think about it. Just do it. Spend the money.
Fine. I'll bring it up at the regular staff meeting tomorrow.
Todd?
Hey, look, if I do it now, somebody might tip off Blair and I lose all my leverage.
That's true. I'm sorry.
Kind of scares me when you change your mind that fast.
Well, when it comes to tactics, you are a master. It's just people you have trouble with.
Well, so I guess now I'm supposed to say that I'm glad that you were here when Kelly showed up.
If I helped, I'm glad.
Don't tell me you want a raise, too.
All I want is to keep Blair from taking over our lives. Our common enemy. If your theory is true, maybe she can finally unite this family.
If you love me, I could move mountains. I could leap tall buildings in a single bound. When you're with me, I can do anything.
Except stop working for RJ.
It's not RJ, it's Rachel. I hear you, Bo. I hear you. Your gut is telling you that RJ has something to do with what happened to Max's kids. And he did benefit in a weird, twisted kind of way, absolutely. So I've been on red alert, but I haven't noticed anything remotely suspicious, which doesn't mean that I'm right and you're wrong. When it comes to RJ, I don't let my guard down. Ever. Ever. So at the first even hint of trouble, I am out of there and Rachel with me.
That may be too late.
Well, let's not be melodramatic here. All I'm doing are music contracts for them. I mean, please. It's paperwork that they send over to the office. And maybe once or twice I meet with them on a broad point of view at Blue Jay. For advice. Common sense, as Rachel calls it. That's it. No big deal.
And you want me to be happy about all of this. See, I can't.
I just don't want you to be unhappy about it all over the place. I have an idea. A compromise.
I am not going to negotiate your safety, honey.
Bo, I'm going to do this, and you're going to continue to go after RJ, and those two things aren't going to change unless some new information comes up.
So what's your compromise?
We make a pact not to even talk about RJ. You don't mention him, I don't mention him.
And you think you can do that?
I can if you can.
I can. Because I'm really tired of all of this.
Me too.
Let's go home, Red.
He actually said he was leaving you?
He always swore that he wouldn't, no matter what happened. I guess he was lying.
You make it very hard for people sometimes, Mother.
People make it hard for me.
Oh, I'm sorry, I forgot. Everything always has to be about you.
Why is everybody being so cruel to me?
No, maybe we're just dishing out a little reality and you're finally getting in touch with it. But hey, that is a step in the right direction.
I feel like I'm losing my mind.
Actually, you're the one person who didn't. But I guess you had to build those walls so high to withstand a lot, Mother. Because no one has gotten past them as far as I can tell, and you're fighting like hell to keep them there.
Please don't do this. Okay, I honestly don't think that I can take much more.
Mother, tear down those walls. You have the chance. Come on, it might be too late for you and Mel, but it is not too late for you and me. I'm not going anywhere. I'm connected to you. If you go down, I go down. Save us both.
I don't know what you want.
I want you to face this thing, Mother, this darkness, whatever it is that makes you so scared that you would rather drive Mel away than go back to Ohio and deal with it.
Oh, of course you're on Mel's side.
No, I'm on my side, Mother. I want you on my side, too, for once.
I have always given you unconditional love.
You abandoned me rather than deal with whatever it was that drove you. That is pretty conditional, Mother.
I did the best that I could.
Then it wasn't good enough.
It was an act of love.
No, not love. No, I will not buy that. Fear, cowardice. Whatever it is, Mother, it terrifies you inside. So get it out. Because it is consuming you. And pretty soon you're gonna be gone. And if you think that I'll be sorry when you are, you're wrong. I'm gonna be relieved. Because maybe, finally, I'll be free. No. I want my mother. And I don't know who she is.
Stay tuned for scenes from the next One Life to Live.